an emergency procedure, you know, odds are, you know, stuff is going to happen before you actually lose your engine, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have like problems like engine running left, you know, your oil pressure's dropping. Those are your most common causes, right? That's kind of what we were talking about in the classroom.
Yeah.
So we're going to notice some problems, but if you don't, and all of a sudden it just happened, we got to be ready to jump on top of it, right?
Right.
Okay, cool.
So we're flying along, we're having a jolly old time.
There you go, lost your engine.
Down, alright.
So first thing we're going to do, pitch for 60 knots.
For 60 knots.
Once you've got that pitch in, get some nose up trim to help you hold that. Because you don't want to have to hold that the entire time, right? I'm going to add in that best place to land, right? Because it's not in the checklist. But let's look for a place to land, right? What do you see that looks flat?
On the Magoo, check again, second please.
At least on my side, it looks like there's a field over there that's pretty flat.
Let's use it.
We'll use that field then.
Okay. Cool. So we'll turn towards it. Alright, let's read through your checklist.
Alright, so we're 60 knot, go carb heat in.
Right? Not in.
Oh, sorry.
On. Remember, don't actually just simulate it.
Oh, carb heat on, my bad.
Yes.
Okay. Primer is in and locked. Fuel valve is on. Mixture is rich.
Okay, that's
right.
And we'll just turn that engine on.
Yep, pretend to turn it on.
Okay.
Alright, didn't go. So we'll let Magoo know, right? What would you say to Magoo?
Magoo approach, mayday.
Mike Echo, Magoo approach, Delta at about 1,500 if you need it.
For Lake Casitas.
Sure. How many souls on board?
2 souls.
Okay, and what are you going to squawk?
Squawking 7700.
About 5 minutes, I'll have some space for you. 5 minutes, thanks.
So we're just orbiting your field, right? Alright, now let's go to the emergency landing without power checklist.
Alright, emergency landing without power. Airspeed is still 60 knots.
Perfect.
2 Romeo Kilo, possible traffic just past that.
Mixer idle cut off, so we'll that. Fuel valve is off, we'll turn that off. Ignition switch
on that target.
off.
About 500 below.
Weight flaps as required, which we won't use right now. Master switch is off.
No problem.
Doors are open, and then we'll touch down with a tail load and we'll fire the brakes on the land.
Perfect.
Westbound 2,500.
Good.
2 Kilo looking.
Got your engine back. Fourth time.
Oh, look at that.
So in that, and make sure you get that nose down, trim back out. Perfect. Whatever you're comfortable with. Alright, cool. So in that, we lost about 1,100 feet. And now this is where we're going to do the checklist, right? Like the ABC checklist.
Okay, around the mountain.
There's
Yeah,
on your
we can turn around, that's fine.
Alright, down to 3,600.
Okay, so the crappy part about emergencies is sometimes they happen at the worst possible times.
5,000, A5
Okay.
We had to do a little.
Alright,
So, airspeed.
For 60.
Perfect. Pitch for 60. Alright, perfect. B, best place to land.
Go Alpha, turn left, heading
Your field right over there.
We're going to use it. C, checklist. Let's use our flow.
So,
Fuel flow on.
fuel flow on.
Up, mixture.
I see him.
Mixture weight rich.
Yeah.
Mixture rich.
Carb heat.
Passing over the top, now
Carb heat on.
for you.
Primer in and locked.
Primer in and locked.
Restart the engine, right? Click, right? Okay, cool. Didn't restart.
Whiskey turn
B,
heading 0.
declare emergency.
Okay.
Right.
Mayday, set to 514 Lima, declaring an emergency, engine failure over. Go high.
November 9.
Okay, how many souls on board?
2 souls on board.
What are you going to squawk?
7700.
Perfect, alright. And then E, execute. Let's cut the engine. So, right, we'll start with ignition, right?
Right, so cut the
Ignition off,
engine.
then idle cut off,
Idle cut off.
fuel shut off,
Go
off.
off.
Right? Cool. And then the flaps and master is necessary, right?
Yeah.
Right? Cool. Alright, and then we're just gonna land, right?
Okay,
Get the doors open.
Level off at
Yeah.
4,000
Right?
traffic out of your
You see how much altitude you lost? Only about 600. 500 to 600.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
have a lot.
Pretty easy, right?
Yeah, and I'm actually
Whiskey
slow.
traffic
right now.
passing off your left side, 3,500 half miles.
Alright, we'll do like 1 or 2 more of those, and then we'll go do a quick pit stop at Oxnard.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
Cool. Let's get up to 4,000.
Give me a couple minutes, I'll get back to you.
Traffic.
Looks pretty good. Oh, there's a formation plate.
Service is terminated. Squawk maintain VFR for exchange fruit.
You see him?
Oh wow, look at that.
November 6 Mike Echo, radar service is terminated. Remain on that code and contact Oxnard Tower 134.905.
How cool is that?
Santa Barbara 125.4.
There's your engine failure. Alright. Okay.
4 Mike Echo.
Airspeed 60 knots.
Perfect. Perfect. B.
Best place to land.
I would say let's go off to the right because they're going to the left.
Okay. So there's a field out there.
Okay, we're gonna use that.
By a lake. Okay, so we'll use that.
Perfect. D. Checklist.
Fuel on.
Right?
Mixture rich.
Okay.
Carb heat in.
On. On. So out.
Right. Carb heat out.
Right.
Primer in, and then put the click.
Perfect.
Got it to start.
Didn't work.
Didn't work. Alright, so we'll do it the other way around, so turn that off.
Well, before that, we want to do D, right?
Oh, right, so declare an emergency, so...
Right.
Mayday, 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 5443 Lima, declaring an emergency, engine failure over Ojai. Souls on board.
November Delta, contact camera
And then what do you guys
7700.
Perfect.
And then...
Cool, now execute.
Okay, so we're executing the landing.
Approach 128.
Okay.
Execute the engine, execute the landing.
So turn off the engine.
Okay.
Then we go mixture out.
Perfect.
And then fuel out.
Perfect.
Yeah, time to
here's your engine.
to Hemet.
Ready to get that trim out.
And type construct.
B35D and
Oh, wait, other way. Whoops.
white uniform. We'll cruise at 5,500.
Okay, let's, so I'll get in, I'll do the calls with Oxnard today. We'll just do like 1 or 2 touch and goes there and head back in. Okay, go ahead and turn.
4606 for Delta Golf.
We might only have time for 1 touch and go, just so you know.
No worries.
Before we go approach, Cessna 5443 Lima would like to cancel traffic advisories. We're heading to Oxnard with information. Echo.
Number 43 Lima, radio service is terminated. Remain on that code and contact the tower 13495.
13495, we're going to keep 4046, 43 Lima.
Oxnard Tower, Cessna 5442 Lima, just north of the Ventura Harbor, inbound with Echo, requesting touch and go, and then right crosswind departure.
Cessna 5443 Lima, Oxnard Tower, right traffic, runway 25.
Right traffic, runway 25, 42 Lima.
Cessna 43 Lima, number 2, following the Bonanza 2 mile final, runway 25, clear touch and go, and then right turn approved.
Number 2, runway 25, clear touch and go, and then right turn approved, 43 Lima.
I can't say 43 Lima scale number anymore. So give it a little extra power, real little low. Just a tiny bit, I'm being nitpicky. So we're looking for a Bonanza on a 2 mile final.
I'm gonna say, wow, extended.
Right? No, that's okay. About a mile.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, you got him?
I think so.
Okay. So we're gonna follow him in.
Alright, cool.
I see him. Perfect, let's go carpet on. Power 15. And we're below the white arc, flaps 10. Let's make our turn. The only thing that sucks about Oxnard's traffic pattern is if they extend you, you've got Camarillo's airspace to contend with.
Ah.
Perfect, let's drop it in, roll those wings level, go flaps 20. And we're gonna leave it at flaps 20 for now. Let's go ahead and roll final.
Oxnard Tower, this is Scott, 575 November Delta, requesting transition straight out of Oxnard.
So 575 November Delta, Oxnard Tower, west transition approved, Oxnard altimeter is 2988.
2988, 5 November Delta.
Alright, looks like he just landed.
Yep, so we got plenty of room.
Alright.
So we're looking good right now. We're aiming for about 65 knots here. We're gonna start to slow it up a little bit. Remember, we want to keep going our...
For 65?
2903,
Yeah.
can we do a left 360 over here?
Metro 930 approved.
930.
Perfect. So what we're doing is we have to think, if we lost our engine right here, could we make the runway?
Delta 24 Romeo Mike, remain this frequency, taxi to parking via Foxtrot.
Potentially.
AO2 and
Potentially is the answer.
Foxtrot 24, we might.
I think we can if we don't change anything, but remember, if we lose power, we're pretty screwed, right?
Yeah.
So keep that power in there. Let's go flaps 30.
Do you have a crosswind right now?
We have a little bit of a crosswind, yes.
Okay, to the right or left?
To the left. Let's go ahead and start slowly working that power back. Give it some right rudder and some left aileron. There you go, power idle. This is going to be your side slip, right? Bring it up, a little more rudder. And bring it up. Nice job. Perfect. Flaps up, curb heat in. And let's go. That was good. A little fun, but not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. And 55, rotate. And there you go. You got a little bit of a left aileron correction into that one.
Gross. Little bug.
Aw, man. Poor bug. Camera's gonna get some nice views.
Alright, slow us down here.
System 4 Lima, squawk 1200 and frequency change approved. Take care.
Block the VFR and frequency change approved. Have a great day. 4 Lima.
Thank you.
Oh, I guess I could just press the
Yeah.
VFR button.
That's okay. At least you know what VFR is.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so let's switch this over to Santa Paula. I'm going to keep you intentionally high. So this altitude's fine, I don't really care. I'm going to,
Santa Paula traffic, Cessna 738 Uniform Hotel, taking the active 22 for left close, Santa Paula.
doesn't sound like there's too many people, but we shall see. There's something I want to try.
Huh?
You'll understand in a sec.
Okay. Just trust in the process.
Yes. Let's get a little closer to it, you can go ahead and report.
Santa Paula traffic, Cessna 5443 Lima. Inbound for 22 over the Satakoy Bridge, Santa Paula.
Perfect. Cool. Cool. Let's aim a little bit more to the right. Alright, I will report into the junkyard.
Okay.
Okay, so like I said, you'll understand why I'm keeping you high in a sec.
Are we doing an emergency landing?
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
Santa Paula traffic, Cessna 5443 Lima, over the junkyard, 2,000 feet, going to be entering high pattern for a simulated engine out.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, airspeed. What is that?
60 knots. Nose up trim.
Perfect.
E is best place to land, which of course is going to be
Gonna be Santa Paula.
Santa Paula. C is checklist.
So, in this case, we're pretty low. Do we really need to bother trying to restart? We've already picked a landing spot, right?
Right, I was going to do the landing check.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Alright.
So, in terms of declaring before that, let's just kind of say, hey, can someone call 911? Or, you know, like,
Okay.
hey, you know, we just had an engine failure, we're coming in.
So we're going to Santa Paula traffic, mayday, mayday, mayday. That's 544. That has an engine out over the junkyard.
Yeah.
Inbound for 22.
Yeah. Somebody
Two souls
help
on board.
us. Yep. Cool.
Alright.
Yep. And then, yes, let's get ready for our engine checklist.
738 Uniform Hotel, going around.
Engine checklist, so we turn off the engine. Mixture out,
Perfect.
and then fuel off.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to just be a little close, so we're at pattern altitude, right? We're not quite at a beam the numbers, right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna kind of coast along. We're gonna inch our way closer and closer to the runway, right?
Okay.
Alright, go ahead and turn base.
Santa Paula traffic, Cessna 43 Lima, in close left base.
Uniform Hotel is left downwind for 22, Santa Paula.
Alright, keep that nose low. There we go, we're doing fine.
Would I add flaps or?
Nope, we
Okay.
don't need them.
Santa Paula traffic, 43 Lima, in close, final.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of power.
Okay.
There you go. Just so we can make that turn. There you go, and land it normal. There you go.
Very nice.
So even without that power, we would have been fine. I just wanted to give it so we didn't put ourselves in a spin condition.
Gotcha.
Cool? Alright, let's park.